Back in the kitchen with Chef Ken Hall, who is an area chef, teaches cooking classes, will cater events in your home, and today he's going to talk to us about Pineapple 101. I think so many of us can just go ahead and get the pre-sliced pineapple, don't even want to hassle with it. I love pineapple, I do, but it's a job, you know, there's a lot going on with it. You hear about people cutting themselves all the time. It's you know, got the pickers on the outside.
Well, that and also just getting a ripe one, because so many times you get it and then you bring it home and you cut it and it's pale white, and there's no flavor, and you go, I just spent $4 on a pineapple that's no good. So, one, the reason they got their name pineapple is because they resemble a pine cone. So that's where the name came from.
And they are a little pickery on the outside.
They are a little pickery on the outside, and they say the darker the green at the top and then light and near the bottom starts to show ripeness.
Okay.
So actually the ones that are the prettiest ones are not ripe.
Okay.
It's once they start to look a little shady from the outside, like these are not the prettiest ones. You can kind of see how these are starting to curve and bend a little bit, and this is starting to go to hardly any green, where it's going more brown to yellow.
That's a good one, huh?
This is a good one.
Okay.
And you want it to be firm. You don't want a soft one.
Okay.
Now, I do a couple of different things. Like if I'm going to have company over and I want to put a fruit tray out, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knife like this.
And obviously that's a nice, good, sharp knife. That's so important. I mean, people ask me all the time, what are, you know, your couple essentials? A good knife and good pans is what I say.
Yep, good knife, good pans. And just, you know, take your time. There's no hurry. Okay, and then what I usually do is I leave just a couple in the top like this. Now, if you wanted to, you could pick these center ones out, and then you could take a flower and put a flower right in the top there.
Pretty.
And then when you take this off, you take this off, and then you set this on your platter, and there is your nice presentation.
Great garnish there, yeah.
All right, let's get rid of this.
Okay.
And I'll show you how to cut it.
So the top comes off first.
I always take the top off first so I see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
And then I always take the bottom off next.
Okay.
Now you can see this is nice and pretty, nice and yellow. That's what you're looking for.
And boy, there's sometimes when the pineapple is pre-cut, it tends to get a little mushy. There's nothing like the fresh cut pineapple.
Absolutely. Now, down along all of these little knobs right here is what you see on the inside here. So what I do is I start kind of like when I did the mango, and I just follow the contour so I see what I have to look at. Then I go on an angle right behind the one that I see.
Okay.
And I just follow that around. That takes all of those little pieces off so you don't have those little eyes.
Yes. So we don't want those. Those don't taste good. They're hard to eat.
Well, they get stuck in your teeth too.
Yeah, it's not good. Oh, that pineapple smells delish.
Okay, and then I just kind of see where we're at. Now, what I'm going to do with it today is something that I love to do with pineapple. One, you could turn this into a salsa just by cutting it up.
Just like we did the mango salsa.
Just
People
like
think
we did.
Salsa is like a tomato base, but you know, gosh, fruit salsas are
the
amazing.
fruit salsas are great, especially if you can throw something on a grill. So while I'm cutting this up, what I've got here in the dish is I've got some shrimp that I marinated. We're going to put these on our grill plate.
And what do we marinate that in?
The marinade is sesame oil, ginger, a little garlic, a little cilantro. I put a little honey to sweeten it up. And then a little soy sauce.
And we let that marinate. I know shrimp, you don't want to overdo it.
Right. That I put that on right when we started the show, so about 45 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Half an hour.
And I noticed how you've got 2 skewers in the shrimp. That's a brilliant idea because it's going to lay nice and flat.
Right, that way they don't turn on you when you pick them up, so I always double skewer them, and then I keep the tails going in one direction.
Love it. Gorgeous. Okay.
Now what we're going to do is we're also going to grill the pineapple.
Oh.
Because this is a lovely way for a nice dessert. So what I do is when I cut it in half, you see where the core is.
Yes.
And all I want to do is I just want to V out that core, because you can't eat the core.
Right.
So we're just going to V that out, turn it upside down, and then we're going to cut some thick slices. And then we're going to take these and we're going to put these right on the grill as well.
And pineapple is one of those things when you heat it, like that, it just makes it so much
Well,
sweet.
picture
And,
pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah.
You know, where you
love
get that
it.
nice,
Yep.
rich, sweet
Yep.
pineapple
Yep. There's a
flavor out
rag
of
for
it.
you. Clean rag if you need it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now this we could, you know, if you have a fruit tray, you can do them like this, and then you just shingle them right down, and you can use this as your centerpiece here. And then you could even take some of the mango salsa that you have and put a little mango salsa, which is a really nice thing. The other way that I've done this before is we'll cut these in quarters, and then you can take the core out easier that way, so it's nice to hold on to.
If you're going to more chunk it up. Yep.
Right,
Yep.
and then I would go this way, and then we turn it and go this way. So instead of buying your canned diced pineapple, that's as easy as it gets.
And try using fresh pineapple in your pineapple upside down cake recipe. It takes it to a whole nother level.
It's amazing.
Way more than the can.
The flavor,
yeah,
just
yeah,
absolutely
really
amazing.
I like to throw fruit in salads. Throw a little pineapple in your chicken salad. You know, there's so many different things you can do with it to use it that'll make it more spring-like. So when you're grilling pineapple, what are we looking for here? Just kind of...
You want the marks, and you just want to warm it through. You don't want it to be soft because then it'll start to stick.
Yep.
All you want is the nice presentation and to warm it a little bit. You don't want it super, super soft.
Wow, wow. We're just looking for the shrimp to
just
turn pink, so we're
turn
almost
pink,
there.
and we're almost there on those.
Now tell us what this is.
This is basmati rice.
Which is, people who don't know what that is, what is it and why is it different from the regular rice?
Basmati it's a fragrant rice.
Okay.
It's a long grain, but it's really light.
Okay.
It's really fluffy.
Do you cook it just like regular rice?
It's usually 1 to 1.
Okay.
One part liquid, 1 part rice.
So 1 part water in this case, did you use?
Yep, this was water. You can use chicken broth. You can use vegetable broth. I know that
milk?
some people use, but not straight coconut milk because it'll burn.
Okay.
That would be more of like a rice pudding where you
Okay.
would bake it in the oven because direct heat underneath would burn it.
Okay.
You could get away with it in the oven with the
Okay.
coconut milk.
Okay.
So, and then I've got some fresh scallions.
Ooh.
And then the other thing that I did on the ends of the scallions, everybody always throws this part away. And this is such a pretty little garnish right here.
How do you do that?
You take your knife on the end. Hold on, I've got it.
You bet. Now, just still waiting for the shrimp to do its thing here.
Yep, we're waiting for the shrimp. So how you do those is you take your scallion right at the end.
Okay, after you've used the green part and...
After you've used the green part, and you just turn it in your fingers. You don't go all the way through. You just want to break those few layers and bring it down like this. And then as it soaks, it curls up.
Pretty, pretty. I think we're ready to plate. This looks fantastic.
So we'll do our scallion on there.
Okay.
Yep.
Shrimp looks good.
We'll
Gorgeous.
put a couple of shrimp skewers right here across. And then we're going to take our pineapple and use our pineapple as garnish going around the plate.
Unbelievable. That looks so wonderful. Like something you pay big bucks for at a restaurant. Make it at home.
Now this would be one of those things, you know, for entertaining, for entertaining purposes. And then just a couple of scallions over the top.
Wow.
And there you go. So there's some different ways to use your tropical fruits.
Absolutely. The chicken, just ordinary chicken breast with that mango salsa and shrimp skewers with grilled pineapple. Chef Ken, thanks so much.
Thank you.
I think we can do it now. You set us straight. Always great to see you. Really appreciate it. And you can find Chef Ken at the Clarion these days.
Yep.
And online, Facebook and things like that, or website?
Yep. Website is chefkenhall@webs.com.
All right. Good deal.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a bunch. Appreciate it. We'll be back to wrap things up. Stay with us.